Hi beautiful friends, welcome back. My name is Natasha and today's video is yoga for anxiety. So a lot of the times anxiety consumes us, whether it's with our jobs, life at home, whatever is going on in your life. Can you take a few minutes here just to reset? So go ahead and grab a pillow if you'd like, and we're gonna go ahead and get started with this quick movement for anxiety. So we're gonna get started in an easy seat today. An easy seat, right foot in front of left, or left in front of right, whichever feels good. And here I want you to bring the palms onto the low belly, just to allow yourself to feel that prana or breath or life force within you. Allow the shoulders to melt away from the ears. And allow the crown of your head to lift nice and high. Think proud chest. And start to bring awareness to your breath. Allowing the natural cadence of your breath just to let your belly rise and fall. Inhale, fill the belly, fill the lungs, let the chest rise. Hold this breath at the top of the throat. And then exhale, let that breath go. Inhale, fill the belly, fill the lungs, let the chest rise. Seal the lips this time and let the heat escape through both nostrils or through the mouth. Keeping the eyes closed, just allowing that breath to become longer and deeper. Maybe through the exhale, you add an extra beat, extending that breath. Inhale, fill the belly, fill the lungs. Exhale, release. And I'm going to chill in the commentary for just a bit, just so you can allow yourself to hear your own breath. Allow yourself to really dial in here. As our breath lengthens, we start to calm that parasympathetic nervous system down. Starting to blink the eyes open, maybe a slight gaze towards the nose. We bring the palms on the outside of the knees, pressing down and slowly allowing the neck to fall forward. Creating these small semicircles just to invite movement through our bodies. Allowing each breath to switch sides. And then coming back to neutral, proud chest, let the shoulders melt away from the ears. Inhale, root to rise, send the gaze towards the thumbs, and then exhale, release the right palm towards the earth. So it can either be the right palm or the forearm, whichever feels good. It might look like this today. It might look like this. Start to reach for the right side. Start to spiral your chest towards the ceiling. Take one full inhale here. Exhale, can you allow that breath to sink you a little bit deeper? Remember, there's no judgment on our mats. This is your practice, your time to play. Take one more breath. Exhale, release a little bit deeper. Inhale, rise back up through center. Allow the shoulders to melt down. Root to rise, rooting down from the tailbone, sending the gaze towards the thumbs. Take one full inhale. Exhale, release the palm, left palm or left forearm onto the earth. And again, everyone's practice looks a little bit different, but can you expand, find extension through this right lung? Spiral your chest towards the ceiling, send your gaze nice and high, take one more breath. Exhale, can you allow that breath to sink you a little bit deeper, opening up the heart. Rising up through the exhale, and then coming into Baddha Konasana. So Baddha Konasana looks like butterfly pose here. We bring the soles of the feet together and allow the knees to jet out in opposite directions. An opening through the hips. Take one full inhale here. Exhale, let the shoulders melt down. Inhale, root to rise, root down from the tailbone, rise up through the thumbs. Send the gaze in between the thumbs just for a moment. Release that breath. One more breath. Inhale, fill the belly, fill the lungs. Exhale, start to release forward. Maybe you bring that pillow in front of you here. Just allowing the chest to melt forward and bringing the palms down towards the mat. So maybe you look like this today. Maybe you sink even farther down, whichever feels better. Maybe those palms come out to the side. And allow yourself just to melt here. Allow yourself 5 deep breaths to release the heart down in between the thighs. Maybe each exhale sinks you a little bit deeper. Slowing the heart rate down here. Allowing the pillow to find comfort and allowing your chest to melt even farther down. Soothing and calming the nervous system here. 2 more breaths. Exhale, start to walk the palms towards the body. Maybe you release the pillow from underneath you. Start to bring the right knee in or the right heel in towards the perineum and then allow the left foot to draw out in front of you. So squaring off those hips here, setting the chest nice and high. And then exhale, starting to send the twist, send the gaze beyond this left toe, and then allow yourself to start to melt down forward towards this left knee. Janu Shirshasana, head to knee pose. This right foot is pressed into this inner thigh. Can you inhale, lift the chest, lift the chin, maybe that pillow comes underneath you. And exhale, slowly start to release the chest towards the earth, start to send the gaze towards the shin. Now find 5 deep breaths through this pose, allowing each exhale to sink you a little bit deeper. Again, finding comfort through the pillow or through the thigh if that feels good. Two more breaths. Last breath, sink this even farther, extend, find length through the spine. Inhale, start to walk the palms right back up, switching sides, bring the left heel in towards the perineum, and allow the right foot to jet out. This flat part of the foot comes onto the inner portion of this thigh. We're twisting towards the knee here, squaring those hips off. Dorsiflex the fins, stay nice and active or passive, whichever feels better. Yoga is different in every body, so be kind to yourself here. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, start to release forward, Janu Shirshasana pose. Allow the heart to melt. Now take your time here. Again, if you'd like to use that pillow right underneath the thigh and allow yourself to melt forward, that's an option as well. But take 5 deep intentional breaths here. Just allowing yourself this little tiny piece of heaven, aka break for your mind. Just so you can allow yourself to recalibrate, recenter. There's so much chaos and anxiety that comes in our lives. I actually had anxiety while making this video. So this is a great opportunity for me just to remember that it's easier for me to soften into the wave of life versus crashing against it. Last breath. Inhale, walk the palms nice and high. Remove the pillow. Bring the palms in front of you and slowly coming out of this pose, however feels good, meeting in a tabletop pose at the top of your mat. So in this tabletop pose, our wrists are directly underneath the shoulders. Knees are about hips width distance underneath the hips. Untucking the toes, dropping the belly low, sending the chest through the shoulders. Gaze is nice and high. Cow pose. Exhale, press into the palm, round the spine, send the gaze towards the navel. Cat pose. Inhale, drop the belly low, bolster your heart towards the stars, find expansion through the chest. Exhale, press the palms into your mat, round the spine, send the gaze towards the navel. One more cat-cow together, drop the belly low, send the gaze nice and high. Exhale, press into the palms, round the spine, send the gaze towards the navel. Now here, I want you to shut the eyes down here and allow your body to be your ultimate guide. So it might feel awkward to move however the body wants, but if you shut the eyes down and just start to move, your body will start to follow your lead. And maybe this movement means your neck needs a little bit of extra love. Maybe this movement means rolling the wrists out. Maybe this movement means running through some cat-cows gently, allowing that breath to shift the energy through. Shifting the energy through the body to find that balance, that center line, our core strength especially. Inhale, drop the belly low, send the gaze nice and high. Exhale, round. If you're still exploring through this tabletop pose, find your breath, take your time. Just inviting movement through this stagnant energy does a lot. I know it might sound crazy, but don't knock it until you try it, just move here. Ask yourself, are you willing to soften into this wave, or are you willing to crash against it to cause more anxiety? Just like water, you flow, come back to that center line, wrists directly underneath the shoulder blades, knees are underneath the hips. Tuck those toes, bring the big toes together to touch. The knees jet out in opposite directions. Slide that pillow underneath the chest and slowly allow yourself to melt down into your child's pose. So hips come towards the heels. Palms can come out to a wide V. Allow yourself just to melt through this child's pose. So maybe you come here, maybe one side comes towards the pillow to find yourself really just allowing the breath to take over. Two more breaths. And exhale, come back through center. Walking the palms close to the body, removing the pillow from underneath you, and then coming into a seated pose at the top of your mat. In the seated pose, the heels come in towards the glutes. Give yourself a nice big squeeze. Be kind to yourself here. This is the time that you've set out for yourself if you're feeling anxious, so really take this time to hone in into your intention. Not everything is perfect, and oftentimes we're really hard on ourselves. So take this moment for some actual self-love and self-care. Give yourself that extra squeeze. Exhale, release down. One cat-cow just to reset the spine, finding some more movement through the stagnant energy. Inhale, lift the chest, lift the gaze. Exhale, round the spine, hollow out the belly, send the gaze towards the navel. Two more times. Inhale, lift the chest, lift the chin, send the gaze high. Exhale, round the spine, gazes towards the navel. Inhale, lift the chest, lift the chin, send the gaze high. Exhale, release, come all the way down onto the forearms. And then allow the shoulders to press into the earth. Bring the fingertips to slightly graze the tips of our heels, running through one bridge pose. So this bridge pose, our fingertips graze the heels to find our proper alignment. Toes are facing forward. Press into all four corners of both feet and into both palms. Inhale, fill the belly, fill the lungs. Exhale, lift the hips nice and high. Press the knees forward towards the top of your mat. Send the gaze towards the ceiling. So we want our glutes to be relaxed here. So first, as if you're pinching a penny in between those glutes, feel how they are engaged. And then exhale, release those glutes, but keep pressing into those feet. So this bridge pose here, our head is underneath our heart, and this allows a cooling and a softening through that nervous system. So can we start to cool that nervous system down? Can this inversion slow the heart rate down, control the breath, control the mind? We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release all the way down. Bring that knee in towards the chest. Give yourself a final squeeze. Thank yourself for showing up on your mat today for self-love and self-care. And before we melt into our final resting pose, I'm so relaxed I can't even talk, start to create low back movements. So first, creating these big low back circles. Think of this as a free low back massage. So as much surface area as you can take up, please do take up. And allow this free massage to finish off your practice right. Bring both knees into your chest for that final squeeze. Exhale, release into the Shavasana, allowing yourself as much space as you need, and allow yourself to completely melt. Can you take this 1 minute for yourself to be here on your breath, on your mat, releasing your breath. Allowing yourself this 1 minute of peace and tranquility. Allowing yourself to just be. Slowly starting to bring awareness back to the body. Invite life back into the body by wiggling the fingers. Inviting life back into our toes, we give those a little wiggle. As if you're waking up for the very first time, reach behind you for that good morning stretch. Exhale, both knees come in towards the chest. Give yourself a squeeze. Thanking yourself for showing up on your mats today for self-love and self-care. And choosing either the right side or the left side to fall onto a fetal position using your bicep as a pillow. This pose represents rebirth. Remembering that if we think too much about the past, we become depressed. If we think too far ahead about the future, we become anxious. Can you bring your awareness to your present breath, to your present life, to allow the goodness to soak in through each breath? Remember, each step, even though it's small, still moves you forward. Planting the palms into the earth, rising up to a seated position, facing any which way you desire. Inhale, root to rise, reach all the way up, start to send the gaze in between the palms. Exhale, palms come down to heart center. A gentle reminder that gratitude helps us fall in love with the life that we already have. And while this life may be full of ups and downs, chaos, and loneliness, you have the power in yourself, in your breath, to start to slow your heart rate down. To start to dial in to your intention so you can start to take those small steps forward. Thank you for allowing me to guide you through your practice today. The perfectly imperfect student in me bows, honors, and respects the teachers in you. Namaste. Thank you, friends, so much. I appreciate you watching the videos every week. If you'd like to subscribe, go ahead and click subscribe. We post new videos every Friday. And thank you so much again for joining us. If you have any comments or concerns or just want to reach out, you can follow me on Instagram or social media and reach out. I'd love to chat. Have a great rest of your day. Bye, everyone.